Alright everyone, chapter 1081 spoilers just came out, and the title of this chapter is The Captain of the 10th Ship, Kuzan. And I'm just going to go through the spoilers. They'll be on the screen, but I'll read them aloud too. The spoilers start with saying Aokiji Kuzan is the captain of the 10th ship of the Blackbeard Pirates. That's really cool to see. I think we all figured he was a captain, but now we know exactly where he's located and that he has an official title in case there was any discrepancy there in the past. The next order of business is when Kuzan joined the Blackbeard Pirates, Blackbeard himself asked about the man with the burn scar because it seems that man is the one with the last road poneglyph. This is important because we saw a kid was also looking for the man with the burn scar, and that's who we saw him going towards at Elbaf. So now we know just how important this character is. The third part of this is where it's really gets serious. The battle between Garp and his former first disciple Kuzan starts. Now, I have a theory on this, right? Now, that is super crazy. To see Garp fighting Kuzan, those are two characters. One, we've barely seen fight at all. And two, we know that Kuzan was Garp's protege. So now that they're fighting, we can obviously see that that's like the student fighting the master. And we're really seeing that a lot of these battles going on right now in One Piece with characters really leveling up and stepping up to that next phase. The last part of the spoilers we got is that Garp has the upper hand in their fight. I'm pretty sure he put in some details saying it's not too crazy, but you can clearly see that Garp is winning. If I had to guess what this trope is going to be, it's going to be like Kuzan is going to get beat up a little bit. He's going to be pretty bad, but then at some point he's going to turn it on and win. Or at some point he's going to turn it on and then Garp is going to escape with Kobe. But I do think though at some point this battle is going to have that flip because it doesn't really make sense for Kuzan to lose here. Kuzan has a lot more importance to the plot right now than Garp. Whereas Garp is important because he has a lot of exposition he needs to drop at some point about Rocks, Roger, and maybe he knows some stuff about the One Piece that we're not sure about. But the other thing too that I want to talk about is the man with the burn scar. Man with the burn scar, I wonder if it's the same person that Oda was talking about when he said that One Piece is going to end with them when the man with the eye patch comes on. What if the burn scar and the eye patch guy are the same character? There's a lot of mystery on the last road poneglyph as well as Elbaf and Shanks and what his real importance is to the story. And we know that the man with the burn scar is on Elbaf, or someone on Elbaf knows where he is. So that's very clear that whoever that is a key point to the end of the series, and I believe they're the same character. Going back to the fight, I do think with this fight, we should get some form of flashback at some point during the battle where they really dump exposition, because I think it's very clear. Kuzan is obviously not a bad guy. He's just using Blackbeard to get to a certain point, and I think we're going to see that activate at some point. But I wonder if Garp, the real discussion to be had is if Garp knows about whether Kuzan's true intentions are, and I don't think he does, to be honest. I feel like Sword and Kuzan aren't as connected as they may seem, and as I previously thought myself. I think Kuzan has his own objectives, but he knows what Sword is trying to do, but I don't think they know what he's trying to do. Kuzan is definitely working with his form of justice, that he wants what is true and what is right. And I think at the end of the day, Kuzan is doing this because he believes he's putting the world in a better position. And I really do hope though that at some points in this fight, there's some like big moments and grand moments that are just cool. And it's not just all like plot related and story related. This one last major part came out recently after the full spoilers came out, that Law was defeated but he's still alive, and that Kid's location is unknown and his condition is unknown. But we also got that Beppo's still alive. This is what I'm saying, man. Beppo definitely could have killed Blackbeard right there and then, but chose not to. Beppo definitely spared them. But knowing that Law was defeated and he's still alive, it is a little weird because it's just like, why aren't characters killing other characters in One Piece? It's pretty frustrating because then they end up could fight later and stuff like that, and it just makes the plot a little sometimes lack the stakes to really be invested in what's going on. But Law being defeated, I mean, I think we all expected that to happen. It didn't make much sense for Law to win that fight, both in the power scaling sense as well as the plot sense. It's now time to build up these players that are going to be a huge part in the final part of the saga, and I think Kuzan and Blackbeard are both characters that need to be built up a little more. We haven't seen a lot of them have crazy fights yet, especially Blackbeard. We saw him a little bit pre-time skip, but really nothing post-time skip too major. So I think it's about time that we got some payoff there and some real knowledge on what this character's strength is and what he's going to be able to do in the future. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments down below. We're just getting started. I'll stay consistent, and I'll see you guys in the next video.